What's going on, guys? My name is Mitch here, bringing you the pregame video for West Virginia versus Texas. And this game is down in Texas, and I'm afraid West Virginia might be in a little trouble if they do not stop the run. They have two big downhill running backs, and that's not saying that they can't run away from you either or make you miss a tackle. West Virginia has to do a way better job of making tackles. And the last time they faced a running back that was big and ran downhill was P. Ryan from Oklahoma, and that didn't turn out too well. Did do a good job of slowing down Cateron. God, I can't remember his name from last week. I'm losing my mind. But anyways, he still busted a pretty big one, scored, and the other running back they have, Green's pretty good too. But Brown and Jonathan Gray, just two very good running backs that West Virginia's going to have to be able to slow and stop down the run. They've played good running backs in the past. Some success stopping them, some not so much. This also being down in Texas, yes, we won 2 years ago in Texas, and we should have won last year in Morgantown. I was at that game, but they weren't able to finish. West Virginia's really been a pretty good road team, and done some pretty good things on the road. Maryland, Texas Tech. Shoot, there's another road team I was gonna throw in there. But defense has to play well. Offense has to quit turning over the ball. You can't have 5 turnovers and win the game. And Holgerson has to quit being conventional and calling run plays on third and whatever. Unless it's third and short and the offensive line knows what they're doing, don't run the ball on third down. It's kind of common sense. Unless you have good running backs, And we have pretty good running backs. But they did fumble and did not do a lot of good last week. But Texas isn't as good as they used to be, but that doesn't mean that they won't come out fighting and playing hard. This Texas defense for sure has a lot of pride, and they're going to try to slow down West Virginia as much as they can. They did a very good job of slowing down Texas Tech, and they were on their third-string quarterback. But with that being said, it just seems like Texas here in the last 2 years have been very, very bad at the beginning. Like, oh my gosh, Texas is bad. And then by the time they play West Virginia, they look a lot better. Swoops has come along so much from the beginning of the year. He doesn't... I don't know. We have to force Texas to throw because he's not a pocket passer, and if we put pressure on him, making him throw when he don't want to, could lead to turnovers. It could lead to third down situations and turn them and get them the punt on fourth down. We have to play. I mean, just because it's Texas, just because it's on the road, their record don't mean anything. They're going to come out playing hard, and West Virginia just can't get caught up in the moment and get trapped into it, and just make better decisions. Not as many turnovers. They can't have that many turnovers. And that's the way you win a ball game. Now, that being said, doesn't always elate to points. So, West Virginia, they just got to play better than what they played last week. Better coaching. The coaching last week, you want to blame Holgerson. You could blame Holgerson. I don't blame you for that. He quit coaching in the third quarter. And I know I need to move on. That game's over with. Lost by 1 point to a very, very good TCU team. Defense played wonderful except for that one play where 10 guys knew what was going on and the 11th guy didn't. And he's the one that got beat for the big first down. And it's just kind of heartbreaking, but moving on. Texas is still a good team. We got to play Texas hard. Texas will come out, especially on their home field, and play hard. This might even be their homecoming game. I'm not even for sure. But West Virginia had a big letdown. But we got to pick ourselves up. And as Charlie Strong, and he still hasn't got his guys in there yet. Obviously, this is his first year at Texas. He's coming along. Now, if Texas gives him the time, I think they'll be back to where they want to be, maybe playing for the Big 12 championships, maybe national titles. Not for sure. There's so much talent coming out of Texas that you could see that the schools around University of Texas is, getting these recruits. Look at Baylor, Texas Tech. Oklahoma takes some. Oklahoma State still takes some. TCU. Just these schools around there. There's so much talent pouring out of that state that, Texas still can go and almost pick up anybody they can. They're still maybe, it's hard to say, but they might. I think they're still one of the premier college football programs in the state of Texas. So they still get their recruits and they'll still do okay. Now, if Charlie Strong doesn't take advantage of that, and I'm sure he's not stupid, and obviously he will, but if he doesn't, Texas will start degrading, and those other teams from Texas A&M, I forgot to mention Texas A&M, will rise up. Texas Tech, Baylor, TCU, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's still one of the best programs. I mean, they're still the top program. They're ranked the top 10 at the beginning of the season every year. Somehow they managed to make a letdown happen. But anyways, what I'm saying is Texas is still good. They have their new coaching schemes and stuff they put in isn't new to these guys, so you're bound to have an off year when you bring in a new coach with a new system and a new coaching staff, and everything changes. Now, I don't know how much they've changed of the coaching staff, offensive, defensive coordinator. I'm not for sure, but I know they got Charlie Strong in there, a really good coach from Louisville that's done good things. So, for Texas fans, if you're disappointed, keep your head up. West Virginia fans, West Virginia is going to bounce back this week. Play their hardest. I think that defense is going to play a lot more tougher than what they did against TCU, and that's going to be a big statement there because West Virginia played their hearts out, especially on defense against TCU. So I want to see what the offense needs to step up this week. Everybody wants to talk about the high-flying offenses that Holgorsen and Gundy and all these guys put out. West Virginia's defense, Texas's defense, Oklahoma's defense. These defenses play, so well that it's kind of a, hit and miss. But I'm just rambling on now, guys. I do see West Virginia pulling this one out. Another slight road victory. West Virginia and Oklahoma State's the other team I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So you made it this far. There you go. Oklahoma State, he had the pick six for pretty much the game winner. They end up scoring again. West Virginia has to have turnovers on defense and quit turning the ball over on offense. Play your hardest. Don't stop the run and make swoops, throw it. He seems a little bit more uncomfortable throwing the ball, but that doesn't mean that he has improved from the beginning of the season and when they named him the starter. So it's hard to West Virginia to strategize against the new coach, but I believe that Holgorsen and Gibson, and Dawson will have it ready. So pretty excited about this game. It's at 3:30, I believe, Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1. So be sure to tune in and check it out. That's really about it. Mountain Embers signing out. Peace.